Hello there, welcome to my channel. It's Marygrace here, and today I am making spaghetti squash spaghetti. So instead of using pasta, I'm using spaghetti squash to make my spaghetti, and I'm doing it Bolognese style.
So the first thing you want to do is cook your spaghetti squash, and you're going to want to stab it like with a really big knife, like at least one time on one side and one time on the other side. And you're going to want to cook it in the microwave. For a squash this size, I would say like 10 minutes. But you know, everyone's microwave is different. You want to cook it until when you squeeze on it, it's soft. And very, very important, when you cut it, you don't want to cut it horizontally. You want to cut it vertically in half this way because of the way that the spirals go. If you cut it this way, you're going to cut them off, and so you're just going to have sticks instead of like a spiral of spaghetti squash, and it won't look like spaghetti.
Let's cut up my onion. I really love this recipe because I think that spaghetti squash actually tastes sweeter than pasta. Pasta doesn't really have any flavor, so spaghetti squash adds this like nice sweet flavor. And of course, it's low carb. And if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I'm a big fan of saving the oil that comes from anything that I've cooked previously. Oh, so much flavor, way better than if I just used my regular avocado oil to cook. And it will infuse the onions and the ground beef with such an incredible flavor. And it's free, like a tablespoon. Turn on my fire, medium high. Wagyu ground beef. I got this at Lazy Acres. They literally massage these cows. I mean, they're free range. They're eating wonderful grass, and it has a great flavor too. I use 1 pound because it's just going to be for my husband and I. In with my Wagyu beef. This just smells amazing already, and I have no seasonings in there. I'm a big crushed red pepper girl. This is from Trader Joe's, of course. Not that I like it spicy, but it just seems to bring out a deeper flavor in the oregano. I try to put the seasonings right in the pan so I can smell them and they can get cooked before they get lost into the meat. Love this. It's from Trader Joe's. I always talk about it. Each little dot is a garlic clove, so you never have to chop the garlic again. And 1 pound, so I'll probably put four cubes of garlic. I had a bit of a cold, so I'll go a little heavier on the garlic. You always want to keep this frozen until you want to use it, otherwise it gets too mushy and you can't pop it out so easy. So I'll stir all these in here. Kosher salt, fresh cracked pepper. I have to take into consideration I'm not just salting the meat and onions, but I'm going to put tomatoes in here. So you're going to want enough salt and pepper to flavor the tomatoes too. And I don't totally pulverize the meat. I try to save a little bit, like the chunks, but I don't want it too big and chunky. So when the meat is like halfway cooked, then I get my tomatoes out. Turn it down. Are the San Marzano from Italy. They're organic whole peeled tomatoes in their own juice. You never want to get them in puree because it's going to have more carbs. These have 6 carbs for half a cup. That's pretty much the lowest I've been able to find. This is a 28-ounce can. What I do is I strain off the top juice. Take the lid off, and then I go in with my immersion blender and blend up the tomatoes. I love this thing. I use it for everything. Just makes my life easier. So the heat will go back up to medium high. Stir it all in here. Taste it for salt and pepper. More salt, as usual. I try to keep in mind when I'm salting it that I'm going to be putting Parmesan on top of the sauce and on top of the spaghetti. So that's got a lot of salt in it. So I stay a little light on the salt. Add some fresh basil. I'd put that in now, like a big chunk of it, to infuse the sauce. But I don't. Put the lid on, turn it down, let it simmer for an hour or so. Voila, you have your sauce. My sauce is cooked down for an hour now, so I think it's ready to pour on my beautiful spaghetti squash there. And that was a pound of that ground beef, and I put a ton of it on here. I still have a lot left. That spaghetti squash was a little bit small, so I usually can do 3 helpings, so it would have been perfect if it was a bigger one. So I hope you enjoy that. It tastes so good. I think it tastes better than spaghetti and bolognese because the spaghetti squash is kind of sweet and has a really good flavor. You can put Parmesan cheese on top, some fresh basil, and enjoy it. Thanks for watching.